additional CC tools or team fight tools for C9 to start things off.
And the Cassiopeia comes in as the last pick for Quad. An old favorite of his, comfort pick Cassio. I gotta say, even though playing the early game a little bit slow, that's not the name of the game here. APA has first move, so Griffin's gonna have to bail here.
Yeah, it actually goes for the Vault Breaker towards Vulcan. Nice sidestep there as Blabber now answers it back here. Griffin missing the taunt and gets punished for it. First blood to Sven. What he had done last time that these teams faced off, a reminder that they played twice in the lock-in, once in a best of 3, once in a best of 5, and the record was 1-5.
Yeah, Blabber
C9.
really had their number, and Sven and Vulcan are just pummeling FlyQuest under this turret with the double buffs on the Ezreal and the Karma.
Sven's going for it. He's looking for the kill. Underturning and punished. Cryogen. Very low, or rather, Sven was very low in the bot lane. Moss and Cryogen traded heavily. So, you know, you die at the crab, but you get the dragon. So Griffin is at least getting back on the board here and has not really fallen that far behind in the jungle clear either.
I mean, the failed 2v2 dive by Vulcan and Sven kind of forgives the sin. It's a very beefy cooldown for the Shen on his rank 1 Stand United.
Ooh,
but he gets the Void Grubs. And
he will even TP APA down towards just to make sure that they get the objective.
Yep, Center Sky completed for Blabber for his MasterCard Power Spike, is able to take the Dragon with that. And FlyQuest also concedes the Dragon completely by moving their duo lane up. It's pretty telegraphed though, I thought, since they didn't show bottom lane, but they're going for a 4-man.
TP from Thanatos is a big punish if they can kill the Cassante. He flashes away, tries to take the Pathmaker back, and now all out over the wall from Cryogen, trying to use the support to get out of there. Drain tanking up, but still goes down. Survived a long...
Wants to collect it?
Yeah, he's just going to push this next wave in. I think like one auto with the crystals built up on it should be enough.
Griffin
we'll
gets
see if Quad's able to get there fast enough.
Griffin gets the Rift Herald though.
Yeah, there it is.
APA gets it.
Is kind of set up to be the carry.
Yeah, I mean, how hard is this game for Masu to play right now? He is consistently under his turret. He's about to lose the mid-tier 1 just to the Ezreal Karma. Also, the Annie Vi were in River, not on Vision, but looming, so that FlyQuest is scared of making a play, and they're probably just unable to enter River here, and the second Drake is going to go over to Cloud9.
Seems like it. Cryogen's going to clear out some of these wards. APA's walking up, gets the stun there onto Griffin, who still gets the Herald down. Remember in days past when you could actually cancel that animation.
The dark days.
Yeah.
It's just created by this Ezreal Karma. I'd say even the Drakes are created by the Ezreal Karma because of the permanent prio they've had.
Speaking of pressure, though, it seems like FlyQuest are trying to put some pressure top lane. They have 4 members here. They're going to go for Thanatos. The Equalizer's down, roasting him up. He goes for the flash away. And Thanatos gets out of there, has to commit the summoner spell.
But FlyQuest is going to be able to get this turret down most likely. Thanatos could try to teleport back in, but that turret's going to die too quickly. Yeah. So that'll make it 1 turret to 2.
And Quad, despite having the big CS lead, was falling behind in gold to APA because of that kill and because of the turret that APA was able to, TP, big punish. The other one, they just get the flash, and Thanatos is going to be fine just back up in that top lane. So it looks like APA is in the bot lane against Gakkos here. Actually goes for the Rocket Bell forward for the follow-up stun. There's no turret and no backup for Gakkos. He has the Stand United, but in comes Blabber and the rest of C9. That's a teleport to cover. The taunt lands onto APA. Gakkos flashes. Looks like it's going to be a 1-for-1 to start things off, but Gakkos is living for a while. Now the rest of C9's joined in. We got a full-on team fight bot lane. Griffin's trying to get out of there, but Thanatos leading the charge for C9, pulls him back. Flash from the Shen. Mystic shot over Mystic shot is now Quad having a flash as well. Sven is unleashing this fight, and C9.
What's happening?
Okay, there's the True Shot Barrage. C9 are realizing what's going on. That's a teleport in from APA. And now FlyQuest, do they actually want to commit for it? Gakkos TP's in as well. Thanatos is not there. It's a 5v4 for FlyQuest. Big damage as Equalizer goes down again. Blabber's going to go down to start the fight. FlyQuest kill the jungler, and Baron is still low. Petrifying Gaze will be sidestepped by APA, but Thanatos is delayed. Baron's the focus. It's secure. Thanatos in the pit, trying to buy space for Sven to free fire. Quad will be sacrificed. C9 get 1 answered, but FlyQuest get the Baron. Can Masu get out is the question. He's got a blast cone there.
And then recall.
I mean, if he just presses B right now, no. He's taking the long way around. Can C9 catch up?
I mean, I feel like they can with Ezreal Karma, but he has the empowered recall.
Oh, he was looking for the back. Oh, straight into Sven's waiting arms. Masu will go down, tries to trade one back, but C9 will pick up 2 in the extended play.
And potentially, Gakkos has no ult, no flash. He has to bail out the backside. And if Masu was able to get out, it would have just been a 1-for-1 plus the Baron. But now that they've lost 2 and the Drake, I think it's really debatable whether or not that was a worth play.
I think the Drake is the bigger part as we're back to live here. Thanatos finding Griffin, trying to take away the red buff. Blabber's here, Vault Breakers just to go for the camp itself. Griffin will blast cone away and gets out of there. The third Drake for C9's big. Now they're on slow point. Now they can look for that as the win condition in 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, biggest bait of 2026 is actually Baron. They're down 700 gold off the 2 deaths, and they've also lost the
Somebody
Drake.
Auto the turret. Nobody's autoing it. Okay, well, Thanatos TP's in. APA gets a flank right there. Stuns up Cryogen. Almost one-shots him. As now the rest of C9 are looking to front to back here. They're getting on the Masu. The 80 carries down. Lucian caught out of position as the front line did not hold for FlyQuest. Losing their 80 carry. They got to back off here as C9 push mid-wave.
Didn't see quite how Masu got in that position, but that was through. It forced Masu to try and dash flash away. They're still going to try and break this mid turret, though.
Again, one auto. Boom.
There we go.
Big damage as FlyQuest will now finally crack that mid turret, answering 2 for 2. Like when it's a Dragon, team fight makes sense. When it's a Baron, team fight makes sense. But they're fighting when there's no objectives up, and they're looking for these picks at different times. And I think it's showing that they just want to play fast League of Legends.
Burst this Nash, though. They'll probably be able to get it, but this could be a repeat of the last fight because Blabber's staying on Soul.
APA still has Flash Tibbers, so if they group up, it's really scary for C9, although it is Blabber at the Dragon, so C9 will just go for the 4v5 fight in the pit right now. Thanatos is in there again, and the Baron goes down again. APA trying to chase away the carries as Thanatos buying so much space. Stun lands on a Gakkos. Sven's free firing onto him. APA as well goes into the stasis. Now Blabber's joined up. C9, they don't need the Barons, they just want to win the fights, but Blabber falls in the pit as Quad finds the petrified gaze. FlyQuest fight back. Thanatos low, has to jump away. Blast going to safety for the 3 members of C9 still on Summoner's Rift, and FlyQuest get the Baron, and this time they're getting out.
This is not their side of the map, though. Masu's chasing.
Masu's gonna go for even more. We'll get the kill onto Thanatos eventually. The shield's coming up. Thanatos buying time, but Vulcan now next to be chased down. The fight went so long, Equalizer's back. Gakkos roasting up the Karma, and FlyQuest just found a 4 for 0. Let's see if they can get more for this Baron buff. Already a 5,000 Baron power play.
But I feel like the game is still in a very close state because that Soul is not going anywhere, but FlyQuest definitely feels like they've hit a power spike with the IE onto Masu and 3 items on both of their solo laners.
And the Baron, or rather the Dragon Soul, you know, there's a stipulation as to which soul gives which amount of stats and like kind of gold value right there. I would argue it's pretty close still with only 5,000 for FlyQuest. But if they can get more with this siege, just a second Baron, they have the spike you're talking about on Lucian. If they can start cracking these inhibs, that's when the map control really comes online for FlyQuest, but they can't get caught out here. Knockback onto Quad, he's got Gakkos behind him, and actually massive damage on the Thanatos. I guess not enough magic resist for those 2.
And the ultimate from
Shen. C9 currently grouped up as 5 around the top side here, or rather bottom jungle. Thanatos all alone. C9 gonna have to try and back up their top laner. Vulcan will get the shield on him as Gakkos will continue the chase down. I mean, yeah, FlyQuest aren't really threatened right now as they're hitting Thanatos.
And if you try and turn, that's when the Shen ult hits, so they're kind of just chasing with impunity here.
Blabber separated from the rest of the team as well. The Equalizer will go down onto APA, who lands the Tipper stun onto Griffin. Now Blabber's joining up with the rest of the team. Thanatos still topping off right now, but a little chunked. Blabber goes over into the Dragon Pit. I don't think it was spotted by FlyQuest. Now they do see him. Vault Breakers back to the team, but C9 are on the wrong side of the Rift. Dragon's coming up.
With no Tibbers, though, the engage from C9 is a little bit weaker. Blabber doesn't want to just fly in with Vi ultimate because it would be answered by the Shen ult, and then FlyQuest has more sustained damage.
They got to find a way to kill Masu right here. He's got the Emilio in his back pocket. Quad's a little separated from the team as he's going to look to group up again.
Yeah, Ezreal poke needs to land here. That's really the only way that C9 can get damage down.
Yeah, it's got to be Thanatos creating space. Maybe Blabber finding the Vault Breaker engage.
Tipper's actually up in 5 more seconds.
Yeah, Quad is able to push the mid wave, and now we're fighting for the Dragon itself. It could come down to a smite fight. Thanatos heavily chunked. He goes for the flash, and Topo Strike does not land on the Masu. Petrifying gaze from Quad, but he's getting chunked out. Stand United Shield will keep him alive for a little longer, but he'll be traded for Thanatos 1 for 1. In the pit, stun lands onto 2. Dragon Cell at half health. Masu goes forward, flashes back with the Vault Breaker. Masu's alive, and Blabber's in trouble, straight out of the Guardian Angel, and he's out of there. Gecko's on a killing spree into the stasis. FlyQuest kill the enemy jungler, no smite contest, as Ven goes all the way back. He's the only hope for C9 to stop this, as already Vulcan goes down. That's going to be a dragon picked up for FlyQuest.
Probably. Griffin has no smite.
And now they want more. Sven taunted up by Griffin. Masu with the double kill. FlyQuest win the fight and get the objective.
Man, you can really just see the team comp difference in these fights as FlyQuest win the longer it goes with the sustained damage of Rumble, Cassio, and Lucian. Baron is up, but everyone on C9 is dead except for APA, so FlyQuest is looking to end right here.
8 seconds on Thanatos. I don't think that's going to be enough.
Okay.
APA is going to go for the teleport. Extra move speed, maybe looking for a cheese play right there. Finds a big stun on the Geckos, and that is a shutdown, trading his life for the Endeavor. 1-for-1, teleporting for Thanatos. Low health on Cryogen. Masu has Griffin in his back pocket. The taunt will land, but is buffered. Thanatos taking the Pathmaker out of there, as now the Vault Breaker charged up by Blabber. No flash available, can't get onto Griffin. Masu still full health, so FlyQuest say, let's rally. We got the carries. Quad and Masu ready to go. The Colleen just out of range.
Masu on the backside is pretty much untouched. All of C9's burst was burned onto Quad. And then watch the top side, Masu trying to fly onto Sven. Doesn't actually...
Big damage carry from Masu in that last sequence, as he does not have flash for this next fight. Oh, that was one true shot barrage. Ouch.
Yeah. Well, right
okay.
now, Shen on mid lane trying to just escort the minions into the base, as FlyQuest is just going to let these supers do most of the work. Waiting for C9 to try an all-in engage. That's what Blabber would hope to find a one-shot, but just going up against now a 3.5 item Melio and a Locket Guardian Shen is going to be really hard to burst.
And the Greaves really helping Masu with that extra lifesteal. Cryogen keeping him topped off as well with the Cozy Campfire, and the turret will eventually fall. C9 might look to defend this inhib. They have supers coming in the mid lane. APA is catching those right now. FlyQuest, all 5 members grouped up around the top inhibitor, so C9 cannot defend it. FlyQuest get another structure.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to try and end this one. They can't really all in, but if C9 goes for a fight, the gold deficit might be enough. FlyQuest would love to end here. It's just they don't actually have great engage. They're mainly counter-engage.
Masu! 1W auto is almost just completely chunking Sven as Thanatos tries to jump forward. The rest of the team not ready to follow him up. APA with the flash doesn't get enough done right there. Double killed on Masu. FlyQuest roaring to life in game number 1. Griffin on a rampage, and the rest of FlyQuest behind him. GG, they'll take game 1.
Another W for the jungle Shen.
We have enough evidence to confidently say that it's Aurora in the mid lane. What will be paired against Thanatos' Renekton?
They're laughing about it. They're laughing about the silent pick. I did mention that he wins a lot on carries.
Yeah, what was the record on tanks?
So it's 1-4, literally on spawn.
They're already in the pit. And I think that FlyQuest, even though they didn't get the kill, they got so much pressure by pushing Sven back there that it enables them to go for this early play. Blabber will get the top crab on spawn. So he's where he needs to be.
Exactly.
That's Blabber's zone right
He's
there.
going to do the level 6 Blabber thing. This is actually super funny. I love the evolution. There was a match in Lock-In where Blabber was on
top 4 definitively in my mind. I feel like we're a top 3. Actually, we'll get back to that as Griffin's looking at APA right now. Flag and Drag lands. The knockup's there as Quad is able to get in, but flash over the Cataclysm, and now it turns back out of Griffin. C9 answer the play in kind, and we'll get 2 for the effort. Flash from Quad, he actually will burn down APA over time, and across the veil, I spoke too soon. FlyQuest mid laner's getting out of there for now. Can he weave between the turrets? He's channeling the TP. He's not stunned, he's out of there! And Quad takes the TP.
Definitely wasn't disastrous.
They did get 4 flashes.
That's good.
Blabber, APA, Sven, Vulcan, no flash on them, Dragon up in a minute. So FlyQuest could transition this into a second Dragon's take, as they're also just winning the 2v2.
They completely rebuilt their roster, and in Lock-In, Cloud9 dominated them in back-to-back series. Now we'll see with Griffin.
Going for another dive, it's just that easy. Masu with the kill credit, now on to Sven. Cryogen taking up, then Masu, and a double kill to FlyQuest. And Cryogen's able to get out of that one as Quad tries to answer some damage, but with Thanatos being there, FlyQuest say, back off, we are not going to take that.
Ultimate, they got Seraphine ultimate, they got the TP out of Thanatos, and now they can repeat this play on bot lane.
Cataclysm onto Sven, no flash on the Senna! And another kill. That's 3 deaths for Sven.
Shiv early on for this Senna, and we said when Senna Seraphine get their items, they're good. FlyQuest making sure they don't get the items.
Also all alone in the mid lane though. Thanatos is walking up. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow will land a stun, but I imagine we all know where that's going. Shutdown for APA. Flash control of the mid lane. Beat drop lands, root onto Cryogen, but no follow-up right there, so it looks like FlyQuest will be able to get this one, but as I say it, C9 are approaching. Blabber's over the wall, APA in a 1-1 against Quad as Blabber jumps onto Griffin to block him from entry. Now turn on to Masu, he's out of there! APA with a double kill, and looking for the triple! Flashes to find it, C9 contests the Herald.
Beautiful angle there by C9, and that's exactly how you draw it up if you're playing Xin Seraphine. You just shoot straight through the Xin. He's a vessel for the ultimate. Everybody gets locked up, and not only do they get the fight, they get the Herald. They're breaking mid. Sven has his driver's license.
Yep.
Unlike Blabber, and they're trying to get the Drake off of this.
Didn't have to do him like that, but the Drake is the cherry on top here. C9 just got a massive gold inflection, plus multiple objectives with 2 turrets going down, and now this Drake. And APA getting that triple kill. He's now 2,000 gold ahead of Quad individually. And that's
basically... He was basically getting 3-man build the whole time. I think he's going to be okay.
FlyQuest looks to contest the red buff.
Low.
The arrow will land here on the Blabber, and the pincers close in on C9's jungler. Shut down for Griffin as the teleport comes in from Thanatos. He's committed to play, flash over the wall onto Masu. Looking for the solo kill. He's slowed down, knocked up. FlyQuest back up their carry and will shut down C9's top laner. Gold goes over to Quad, but they want more. Flash in from Griffin. The triple knockup. FlyQuest smash the team fight. Giving a triple kill. Just the double, but a shut into this series. And we had that whole, little graphics package prepared of what happened last time. But this time around, it's FlyQuest making another play in the mid lane. And Sven's out of there. Quad on a killing spree. So one of the biggest damage-dealing team fight ultimates in C9's arsenal is not available.
We know they're willing to flip it too. They can do anything at any moment. They're going for Nectin.
Instead, they're going up for the top side. Thanatos, the focus for FlyQuest. C9, we're sticking around the Baron just to see if they would damage on the Blabber, who is able to secure the Crabber.
Really nicely done here by FlyQuest. I'm loving their growth as a team. They had a slight deficit here, came back.
Arrow lands on the Blabber. He takes the audacious charge forward as they channel the ultimates on a Masu. Encore lands, but the polymorph on Blabber. Can he get the kill? He does. C9 take down FlyQuest AD carry. Who to do it but Blabber? As that's a trade up for C9, losing their jungler, but they'll take 2 for the trade.
A little bit of a caster curse right there as Masu dies to the Xin Seraphine. It reaches. Trying to get more damage down onto mid lane now.
Don't quite have enough to kill Gatkos, but they have so much CC. He will use the unstoppable ultimate and get out of there, but okay, C9, they're not done with this game yet, Jet.
Their team comp is still really strong, Kangas, even though they've killed
the summoner spells.
Saved his wild growth, but had to burn heal flash. A nice play there by
Whoa!
C9.
Gatkos is actually going forward. Doesn't have the team behind him quite yet. It's only Griffin. Has to flash back as 4 members of C9 are there, and they will happily take the kill onto Sion. As now Blabber goes for even more encores, dodged by multiple members. Thanatos splashes the wall, trying to get onto Masu, but Cryogen has regrouped with the wild growth. C9 will only get really hard for Ashe to play this fight out. It's going to come down to Quad and Griffin to be the main characters here. 5 members of C9 in the Baron pit. They're staying up. Quad jumps in with the ultimate. APA goes into stasis to try and keep his health bar up as the ultimate from Griffin. Flag and drags back out. APA's fine, and C9 will get the Baron. Well played. FlyQuest cannot deny the objective.
When you have the Senna Seraphine comp and you have any number, they're really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, they have reached what you can kind of call critical mass. Not even yet, like 3 items, 4 items, it just keeps getting worse, but they're at that point now.
DC got from that red buff fight. Skip the Black Cleaver, by the way, for the Spirit Visage. Bit of a different Jarvan build, as you might see.
Let's see the setup here as Blabber jumps in onto Gatkos, takes a big chunk. Gatkos throws out the ultimate to get to safety as Quad goes between worlds, big damage, but now he's locked down! Shut down as well. Thanatos gets the kill. Griffin has to flash away. Follower from C9 not in range to get the damage needed. But one already down on FlyQuest. You gotta imagine that is an earned dragon to C9.
And APA's the real carry, actually, when they're going for these engages. If they're not getting on top of APA, they're not having a good fight. It's just going to be harder and harder to get on him because the Zonies is completed and there's so many supports.
3-item Victor. Quite a hard thing to shut down at this point in time. It's going to be Dragon plus the bottom turret, so C9 get a lot for that play. It's only 1 kill, but it feels like more because of what they're able to turn it into with that Baron bonus. So as long as he's pressing his buttons, it's not going to be easy for FlyQuest. The squad will go in for that one. Almost finds the assassination onto Sven. Not quite enough damage, but that's a lot he uses. Blabber's actually going to go straight into the GA. Flash with Thanatos looking for Masu. Can't get on him. The polymorph is there. The shutdown is there. Masu goes down. APA finds the kill. C9's mid laner steps up when they need him most. Can't get onto quad though, as FlyQuest still have multiple members up. Gakkos will be sacrificed. The team gets away. C9 get a 2-for-1.
Very comfortable fighting, and Masu down on the bottom can get a lot of damage onto Blabber, so the fight looks pretty good. But then once they get flash from Masu, Masu wants to turn the fight around and kind of just walks into the victor. Time to go for picks. They know, FlyQuest knows they lose every single 5v5, so they're trying to get...
Flag and Drag used, the arrow lands, Thanatos stunned up for quite a long time, and this will be a successful pick for FlyQuest.
Yeah, nice look. They know there's a small chance of winning the game. They're going to lose a lot mid here. See if they can engage on a 4v5. They have Scion ultimate if they'd like to try, but it's just very difficult.
And not a lot of follow-up. They are going to go for the unstoppable onslaught. Gakkos charging in, C9 juke down towards the Raptors, but there's Quad finding the flank between worlds, but he's stunned up, he's taken down! As Blabber finds that kill, pressing guard during the polymorph to try and flash in onto Masu, but the wild growth is there. Blabber not even close to enough damage to kill Masu. As APA's in the stasis again, will go on a killing spree before he falls, but FlyQuest have found some ground in this game. Sven will fall as well. Last Embrace is not enough to save him. It's only Vulcan.
Because Blabber can't jump on him with the guaranteed Seraphine stun. GA was burned in the last fight, and then crucially, they can actually get on to APA. Really liked, criticizing him before, the tank play from Gakkos in this fight because he was constantly in a spot where Masu could hit while he was taking damage.
And I gotta, if we get a chance to chat with Blabber to think like, what was the reason for going back in there? Maybe thought that APA was closer? Like if Victor has 1 laser, Masu probably dies. So like there's a line where you can kill him, but unfortunately it just looks kind of silly because you could have just kited back. FlyQuest now wearing purple. Get the gold lead back to their side.
Yeah.
The roller coaster continues.
They're against the Hexol, but they've killed Thanatos again. Thanatos is still dead. So they found yet another pick on a Thanatos. It could just be a comedy of chained picks. Now with Baron and a 5v4, FlyQuest wants to actually win on this push.
They have 5 members. C9 have 4 defending, 2 cannon minions. Baron empowered. Is this going to be enough for FlyQuest to close out the series? They just flash onto APA. Cataclysm used, but he's still healthy. He's still alive. And FlyQuest push a little too far forward that time. C9 keep their mid laner topped off, and now Masu in trouble. Tries to get away, will get out of there, but now APA continues the chase. This is huge for C9. They're TPing bot lane as well. C9 see the angle to end the game, to slow on Masu. He can't get out of there. C9 hold the line. FlyQuest stumble at the finish line.
They might end. Renekton's already on bot. APA can TP onto the Renekton, and it's just quad.
It's 30-second death timer on Griffin and Gakkos, 20 on Cryogen. I think this is the game end. It's going to be 2 members with TP, 3 members pushing mid. They can link up these waves. Can C9 get it done?
Just like we all expected, C9 is going to force a game 3. We'll see quad. There's no Baron. There's no Baron here for C9, so maybe quad can get the wave.
He goes between worlds trying to clear out the wave. He's able to get most of it, but he falls in the process. The ace for C9. The game for C9. The series continues 1-1 on the scoreboard.
I mean, a really entertaining end to the game. It might have looked int that FlyQuest.
And they have Bard engage. I love me a Bard primary engage count.
Looking at tier 1. Oh, a Twisted Fate for APA as well. An old classic for him. Back in his rank 1 solo queue days. Big map play comes jungle pathing.
Okay, go for it. Reset from Masu in the bottom side here. Cryogen will try and get as much of the CS as possible, but this is now kind of more reminiscent of game number 1 as the bubble lands and Sven's got the damage. First blood for C9.
This split where he fell most far behind was against Inspired's Jarvan. Still won the game, though.
CP from Blabber coming down. He's got the spell book. Big damage from Sven, who Valkyries forward again. They have the Twisted Fate Destiny coming in, flash forward with the yellow card onto Cryogen. The Bard's in trouble as he walks forward, and now FlyQuest got baited into the fight. The bubble will land. CC chain onto Griffin. 2 kills to C9. Beautiful. I believe smited one of those away. Griffin's still sticking around. Nope, it looks like it was Griffin smiting the first, now Blabber. Either way, it's 1-1. No one's going to get all 3.
Yeah. One thing I want to point out, I keep seeing this happen as we actually haven't even looked top lane. As trying to find a way into this Drake fight. I imagine Griffin would want to fight it. He has Heartsteel on the Mundo.
Big spike for them as well. Blabber not having an item completed. Now throws in the ultimate. They chain CC onto Griffin again. Still knocked airborne. Flash from Sven on a killing spree. C9's 80 carry now is in the mid lane and has completed the role quest. He's not even in his lane. He's the only person on Summoner's Rift that has that completed right now.
Whew. So that's just going to add to his temporary power. Snowball, get a little bit of extra.
And this time Sven has not thrown under turret. As the Temper Fate will land here. Can he follow up with the Cosmic Binding? Timed perfectly onto APA, but do they have the damage now? APA is trying to sidestep some of the abilities. Shut down for Quad. More gold in the FlyQuest pocket.
Mercury treads.
Damage onto this turret. This allows C9 some space to go for the Herald and also do a similar thing on the top side. Difference being that a Nivea wave clear, very, very hard to get through. And on that note, I mean, between Hui and Anivia, they have a lot of wave clear on FlyQuest side. It can be tough for C9 to actually get in here. Destiny popped. It looks like it's not being channeled right now. I believe that was just for...
Oh, no, that was so interesting. Quad was an auto away from finishing the bot turret and getting first turret of the game. He backed off because of the TF ult.
Ooh. Temper Fate lands this time around again as Sven's just able to Valkyrie away. Griffin looking to chase down the walls there, and Sven's out of mana. Looks for a little damage on the Cryogen, but will fall. Griffin with the kill. The first turret mid as they have the Herald charge, and this should be enough, and there we go. C9 win the race. The TF ultimate does push back Quad. And
they hit from 2,000 units away, but they use all their spells to kill like one dude.
And they don't even take him down. I mean, Blabber's still like half health after that. Gets the dragon, gets out of there. Maybe they go for Thanatos here. The wall goes out again from Gakkos, and Thanatos yet again kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Flashes away from the Flash Frost. No wave anymore. Gakkos trying to sidestep now. Curtain Call plus Destiny. Gakkos has to go forward to try and find the kill. Flash Frost, I believe, landed. Flashing in, but Thanatos got all the healing from Vulcan. Masu's there to close it out. As Thanatos will finally fall. Now Griffin looking for more in the jungle. APA goes down. FlyQuest just found 2. I imagine that's going to be on their radar here as there's no dragon for 2.5 minutes. Destiny popped again as Blabber will go for the Glacial Prison. Quad gets out of there with the Mikhails from Cryogen. Griffin finds space on the front line. A Temper Fate onto 2, but Blabber and Thanatos are pushing FlyQuest back. They cannot follow up on it. Thanatos, C9 go back in. Thanatos pulls back Quad. Griffin and tow. Stunned up. Sven with the damage, should have enough. One auto, not gonna get it. The FlyQuest actually turned it back on the Thanatos. It's a 1-for-1 so far. If they can kill Sven, this is huge for FlyQuest. He's slowed down, he's slowed again. Still out of there for now as Cryogen actually is the one to fall for FlyQuest, but Griffin got onto him. Sven's out of there. That's all the gold, all the damage on C9. FlyQuest continue the chase. APA trying to get some down here as the Anivia egg is gonna buy more space for FlyQuest. And I think that should herald the end of the fight. Notice the one to Blabber.
But it's FlyQuest.
Yeah, they're still going. Now they back.
Gets his second kill onto that Corki of the game and keeps this game interesting.
Keeps it very
inflation.
Is pretty spot on.
DPM numbers here.
Takes the top tier. I wasn't ready for that one. FlyQuest will take the dragon, stop the stagger from C9. 2-2 on the Drake count, and Thanatos looks for even more. The tier 2's already fallen in the mid lane. C9 have multiple waves
delayed. So, like, there will become a point when the Jin Hui do a ton of damage. No egg on Cryo.
Gold card onto him. Chain the CC, flashes away. Griffin's in there. The wall's blocking the escape path. And now Blabber holding the line. Had the exhaust for Griffin. As now the tidal wave will land. Thanatos got to the back line. They got Quad again! Stunned into the walls. Sven with the kill this time around as Griffin's trying to get out from the Baron Pit. Cryogen Magical Journey away. Blabber trying to keep Mundo locked in place. APA there to help him out. Thanatos going long for Gakkos. Will miss the wallop. Looking now to turn out the Masu, who's stuck over the wall. Had flash, gonna save it for next fight. Double kill to Sven.
C9 looking to stay undefeated and go to 6-0 if they can close this one out. That's a big team fight win and will likely lead.
It's supposed to be leaking in that type of container right there. That's my guess, is Destiny coming through to give information to C9. They know that Gakkos is relatively alone here, and that's going to be a Nivea egg with plenty of damage to take that one down. A pick in the side lane. Glacial Prison not going to land. Blabber getting chunks down here, but Sven just roasting through Cryogen and Matsu and everybody on FlyQuest. C9 get a double kill for their top laner. Sven, a monster of a Corki performance, and C9 look to continue the win streak. They have a 5 against 2 fight here at the Nexus Turrets.
This might be it. He's really close to that DPM number. I had to check there, 36,000 in 26 minutes. They're going to end all this push.
C9 keep it together, losing game 1, but bringing it back in the series. Thanatos dives on to Cryogen. A clean ace, a double to Sven. C9 undefeated going into the final week of the regular season.
They're scaling. Sven Vulcan absolutely dominate this game 3. 9